Alright, howdy doody everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking about some Darwin Project today. I want to give you a look at the first official patch since the launch of the game, the Game Changers patch, which basically introduces the Battle Pass, but it also has some more balance changes in it. So rather than doing what we did last time and exploiting other streamers for my own views and all that stuff, this time I'm going to go through it with you, and we're going to talk about all the changes that are there. If you're interested in the whole fiasco and funny moments of the stream and all that stuff when it launched, because I was there live when the patch came live, there's going to be a video that's coming out tomorrow specifically for that, so stay tuned and look for that. Alright, so here we are on the Twitter page for the Darwin Project. We're releasing our first patch since the official launch. That's not all. Our Battle Pass is also out now. Fight to honor the arena's sponsors and their classes gear in Game Changers. Okay, so discover all the update details here. It basically takes you to their patch notes page. But the one thing I wanted to point out here on this is the little bit of lore that's in this now. The little bit of lore. It's been something that's been missing from the game. No one's people had ideas and theories about what's going on, but now they're starting to slowly introduce some of that, so that's good. All right, so let's go through these patch notes here. 1.1.0, perfect. All right, dear Darwin Project community, we are releasing today our first big patch since the official launch. From Battle Pass to balance changes, see what's new below. Game Changers. Introducing the first Battle Pass event titled Game Changers. The first Battle Pass since the official launch of Darwin Project, now available on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. Go get it now. Completing the arena to honor newfound sponsors and their quite literally game-changing class gear. The Battle Pass starts on Tuesday, February 25th at 12 p.m. Eastern and will end on Tuesday, April the 21st at 11:59 Eastern. Alright, so it's going to be an 8-week Battle Pass. That's cool. Alright, so you can purchase the Battle Pass for 950 ramens and start earning rewards today. Complete weekly challenges to receive more experience and up to 100 total rewards. If you didn't purchase the Battle Pass, don't worry at all. All users can still grind through the 100 tiers available, unlock free rewards, and purchase the Battle Pass at any time of its duration to receive all awards associated with your progress. So that's good. You can grind out the stuff for the Battle Pass until you get to a point where you're comfortable putting up the $10 that it costs to buy it. 950 ramen comes out to about 10 bucks. The other thing that's not mentioned here that I did discover on stream is that there is enough money or enough ramen inside the Battle Pass to be able to repurchase the next one, assuming that it stays at the same price. I have no reason to believe that it's not going to do it. You get a total of 1,000 ramen throughout the duration of the Battle Pass, so if you complete it and they keep it at 950, then you might even come out a little bit ahead. Game Changer rewards, full skins, unlock all new exclusive high-tech skins based on the former stars of the arena, like the Undaunted Von Robo or the I can't say that word, enigmatic Orobos. The new skins are available while progressing and reach higher tiers in the Battle Pass. Out of these skins, personally, this little one in the back, and this red one too, I guess it's the same thing, just a different color. Those are my favorite. But you know, these are the skins that they have. Face paints and haircuts also earn exclusive face paints and haircuts to unlock the arena sponsor with style. Okay, yep, that's cool. Of course, they're going to have other rewards, fan gifts, ramen, Battle Pass XP boosts, that kind of stuff that you can only get there. So all that's great. Weekly challenges, this is what the UI looks like. I have noticed while playing the Battle Pass that it doesn't seem that you get a whole lot of Battle Pass XP just for playing. It seems more like you need to do the challenges to actually grind up the Battle Pass. Maybe it's a bug, maybe that's the way it's meant to be. I'm not quite sure yet, so don't take my word for it. Let me know down in the comments below. Has that been your experience as well? Have you seen anything mentioned about that? Because I have not, and I would like to know the actual answer to that. Alright, something else that they added was the class menu. In addition to the Battle Pass tab, you will notice a new tab available at the class menu. This tab will let you discover the lore of the sponsors behind each class currently available, as well as their current abilities and gear upgrades. Feel free to check it out and learn more about the classes without having to be in a lobby. This is great. This is great because before the class tab was kind of useless. It just showed you what level you were in each class. Now it shows you what level you are, and then also which sponsor you're representing in the class. So there's a little bit of lore there that wasn't there previously. And then of course you can also look at all the upgrades and everything to do with each class before you have to jump in and just decide which one you want to play. This would be great for new users, great for clarification for older users, and then the lore is always appreciated as well. So good stuff here. All right, so one of the things that I'm really excited for that was on the roadmap was the stat tracker, and this section of the patch notes addresses that directly. Competitive players, for those who are deeper in the competitive aspect of the Darwin Project, we heard you. We know that many of you are waiting patiently to see the addition of stat tracking as an incentive to play competitively, which is scheduled for this summer. Why we decided to add stat trackings at that time. Despite the stats and leaderboards being available during early access, we needed to rework them on several technical design aspects in order to make them relevant for Darwin Project. The class system, the rework of the UI, and the fact that we added a new platform on which Darwin Project is now available meant a significant amount of development time. With the size of the team, we could not do it simultaneously with the Battle Pass and Duos modes. This is why, in order to produce something that would reach quality we aim for, we decided to produce the stats tracking for this summer only. Don't worry, we have been working on something that will be a good incentive for competitive and dedicated players to train for. We will be sharing more details very soon. So that's great. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's like sponsored tournaments or what they're going to do. I really hope personally that they do not go the way of Overwatch League and all of that. They need to go more the Fortnite route of competitive esports, just like enabling the community to do it for them, and then just helping by sponsoring, by throwing in money or whatever, you know, advertising it, those kinds of things. That's how they should be involved in it. Do not go the way of Activision Blizzard. I like Overwatch League, I think it's great, but it sucks from trying to get in at a lower level, so please don't do that. But the most important part here is that the stats trackers are coming, and the reason why it was available before and not now is all the changes that they've made. They think that the best way forward is to first put out the Battle Pass in Duos mode and then go for something like that. And I happen to totally agree with that. If you go read the negative reviews on Steam, almost all of them are about how they got rid of Duos mode. If they want to bring more players to the game, then that's what they need to do. I think this was a great move. Alright, so now we get into the miscellaneous changes, the gameplay and balancing changes. I'm not going to go through the cosmetic changes, like any kind of bug fixes or stupid stuff like that, because that's something that we expect to go on from all the time. But the gameplay and balancing changes, now those are important. So they decreased the snowball cold damage from 20% to 10% of max cold. Okay, so snowballs aren't as effective. I never saw them as being super effective before. Most people are really good at keeping their warmth. Decreased Ice Bolt ability cold damage from 60 to 30% of cold. That's huge. Ice Bolt used to just freeze people out really bad, but now 30%, that's gonna help out a lot. So, and then they also decreased the Ice Bolt ability duration from 4 to 6 seconds and to 3 to 5 seconds. I didn't know it was random like that. I thought it was like a set time. That's interesting. Oh, and you can see here they have some dev comments about why they made the changes they made. This is all good stuff. Dev comment. Death by cold turned out to be way more common than we intended, so we're decreasing the capacity to inflict cold damage. Great. Dying to cold it's really dumb. It adds like an extra level of competitiveness, and it has that survival element, and I don't want them to get rid of it. Don't misunderstand. I think it's a good addition to the game, but dying to cold, it's super frustrating and really freaking lame. So it sucks when it happens to you, but I understand why it's in the game, and I like it being there. Don't get rid of it. All right, so some more stuff here. Decreased arrow craft time from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds, and decreased the fire craft time from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Dev comment, arrow and fire craft time felt too slow compared to the overall pace of the game. That's fair. I agree with that. The quicker you can make those things, the better. Can't be like instant, but yeah, I agree. Good job. All right, so they decreased the HeadHunter drone death time from 15 seconds to 10 seconds. Cool. Dev comment. The HeadHunter drone happens to be destroyed often, especially during melee combat. Reducing its downtime will make the class less vulnerable. Okay, so this is the first. There's going to be other boosts to it, but this is the first boost to the Recon class, to the HeadHunter drone class. This is great because people unintentionally kill your drone. Like, they're not even trying to, and it happens. Maybe they can make the drone hover higher so he's harder to hit. Something like that would be really cool. So that it has to be like a targeted attempt to kill the drone, or if you could like deflect the drone or something and kill it that way, something like that would be good, because one of the only benefits that the HeadHunter drone has is while you're being tracked, your opponent, the HeadHunter, gets to move faster, does more damage, all that kind of stuff. That's great, but if you kill the drone so easily, that kind of negates it. So I'm glad they're attempting to fix that. This next one is big though. Replace turret with teleport on HeadHunter drone class. Dev comment: the addition of teleport ability will help those who choose it make it better for the map's verticality. This is so good, so good. Before, the biggest problem with the HeadHunter drone class was the mobility. It was the biggest problem playing that class. You had some cool things like, yeah, you can go harvest a Darwinian shipment and then continue to get out of the zone while it's closing. There's a lot of cool things you can do with HeadHunter drone class. But the fact that if somebody spawns a lava floor, or if the final zone is in that factory place with the lava river and all that, the fact that that alone could be your death, because it's like, here's a situation that would happen often. HeadHunter drone class in the final zone with a grapple or a wings class, doesn't matter. They're fighting over the lava river. The Jetwings class comes in to attack the HeadHunter drone. What does the HeadHunter drone do? They can't dodge. They can either take the hit or they can deflect. If they deflect, if they parry, then there's knockback. And if there's knockback and there's a lava behind them, they fall, they die to their death. If they take the hit, you know, if they're fighting a grapple class with fully upgraded, that's 225 damage. That's a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
I just broke myself by saying that. But anyway, you know, that's the point, is that there was nothing that they could do. Now having the teleport ability, now they have options. Alright, so here's another thing that they did to try to nerf Jetwings class. They reduced the Jetwings air dash speed by 7.5%, sorry. Dev comment: even with the previous changes, the air dash felt too difficult to counter. Lowering its speed will make it easier to react to. Okay, so see, they're still trying to figure out how to get it to where it's nerfed, but still viable. So all good there. Increase meteor ability speed by 15%. Dev comment: increasing meteor speed allows players to combine it with axe swing more efficiently. That's pretty cool. I like that they want those combos to exist. That's neat. Increase the barrier ability cooldown from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Oh, increased it. Okay. Dev comment: the effectiveness of the barrier combined with its low cooldown made it a bit too powerful. Increasing its cooldown should make it more balanced compared to the other abilities. That's good, because it's basically like a perma-shield for as long as you can have it. So increasing that cooldown, less likely to use it, all good stuff. When killed, inmates now drop a minimum of 5 wood instead of 3. Yes, okay, why did they do this? Dev comment: some combat encounters can last several minutes, and 3 wood felt a bit underwhelming as a reward. Okay, that's true. 3's kind of low. Usually you have some more wood on you, so it's not a big deal. But I like it going to 5 for one reason. What else costs 5 wood? A shield. That's fucking great. That's a good. I don't think it should go higher than that. I think 5 is plenty. And if you can't get a shield afterwards, I mean, you got to win your fights and stuff, but. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Alright, so another change they did to the closed off zones to the cold zones. They decreased the forbidden zone exponential cold timer from 60 seconds to 15 seconds and increased the forbidden zone exponential cold by 40%. Whoa, this is big. Dev comment: after spending 15 seconds, previously 60, in a forbidden zone, the cold is becoming more intense every second. These changes aim to prevent players from staying in forbidden zones way longer than it was intended to. This is very interesting, because you could survive going through a forbidden zone or a cold zone for quite a while as long as you had the wood to make the fire to get out. Now, with the exponential cold sitting in 15 seconds after instead of 60 seconds, you're not going to be able to hang out in those cold zones much longer. And I'm wondering if that's going to also affect the beach party. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out in testing. Alright, so some more gameplay and update changes to stuff like that. Added a preview system when placing turrets or traps. Not a huge deal, but at least you can see where they're going. Health pack, warm coffee, and speed drink can no longer be found when looting deer. but bundles of 3 arrows can be found when looting deer. That's interesting. I didn't know that that was a problem, but you know, I like it. They've also increased the glider drop rate in both deer and loot chests. Okay, that's good. Gliders are very helpful for mobility. Jetwings death from above gear upgrade now only works if the arrow is fired while hovering instead of falling. This is big because before you just had to have your feet off the ground, and it was just like an unintentional, like, I'm gonna jump off this cliff and shoot you 3 times and I'm gonna get bonus damage and not waste any fuel. Now you have to hover. You have to actually use fuel to get the death from the above upgrade or whatever it is. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And the rest here are just other changes to the UI and some general bug fixes and stuff like that. I'll leave the link to this, of course, in the description below. You can find it on their Discord page. You can find it on their website. All of that stuff. All good. So yeah, that's the most recent update, 1.1.0, coming out from Darwin Project, the first official patch since the update. Be sure to like and subscribe to the video. Comment down below if there's something I missed out that you thought was also important. I'm going to have another video coming out tomorrow showing the first-hand experience of what it was like to go through all of this, experiencing the update live, as it were, all that stuff. Yeah, check it out. We also stream every Tuesday and Friday starting at 10 a.m. Eastern to about 4 p.m. We're going to start off doing some Overwatch League stuff, but you know, that only takes like about 15 minutes, and then we get right into the Darwin Project. If you like this video, again, like and subscribe. If you want to see more like it, I've got more coming. Every time there's an update, be sure to check it out here first. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.